Anyway, who wants to do a recap from last time?
Oh
As in
boy.
us do it, or are you just saying that rhetorically and doing it anyway?
Does someone else want to do it, or do you want me to do it?
I could do like the Cliff's Notes version.
Sure. I want to see how much you guys paid attention.
All
Or
right.
remember, at least.
All right. So there was like this spooky dungeon, and then I don't know. There was like some slacker and some stoner popped into existence.
Yeah, right. That sounds about right.
They wanted us to wait on the doorstep while they went to speak with the head honcho. There was something involving a bear. It's kind of fuzzy now.
Shenanigans with a fairy and a bear.
And a particular drawing and lots of tears.
Oh yeah, and Flick's wondering who that bimbo water was that was drawn with Rose. Yeah, that's right.
But yeah. Anyways, we went back in. All of a sudden, there's a grotto. Then there's a library. There were some very interesting books laid out about.
That Tibbs decided to pocket.
Very educational.
Amadeus is not stingy.
Yep. We had tea time with Amadeus. It was.
God damn it! Read your Twitch chat.
Oh.
I'm scared.
Yes, that is the joke.
Oh god, I forgot Barius.
Second.
But yeah, there was a lot of talk about what was going on in Wind. Tea time was almost turned to a wizard duel.
Almost, yeah, that's right.
It was secretly a ploy.
Yeah.
And we sort of left off with just the storm in the century creeping on over, no big deal.
And Rose had a bit of a terrifying vision in his augury
Right.
that I don't think he shared with the rest of the party.
No.
Yeah,
he didn't.
that would have been nice. Oh.
There's a Chippy!
No, there isn't.
We were just,
Oh, there he goes.
No, that's just me muting. We're trying a different way of
I saw that vent. I saw that vent.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
Oh no, I asked pretty sus.
Mm-hmm. And
I'm
you
not
guys
sus,
did
you're sus.
And you guys did some role playing off to the side as well. You did do some talking with some of the NPCs. Frias got a tour of the library itself from Amadeus himself.
Knowledge is power.
Mm-hmm. And from what you can tell, at least from what Styx told, Rose, Tibbs, Various, and Flicks, is that the storm has grown, and the storm that they originally were talking about around the Palace of Wind and has now encompassed the island, but you don't know the exact ferocity of it. You can still hear it, though. So, let me get some sounds going. This one.
Whoa.
Yeah, you may need to turn down rhythm.
Ali will be back in a few minutes. She's just feeding the animals. We just got back from the Halloween party at the family's place.
Mm-hmm.
The kids enjoyed themselves. Unfortunately, the piñata proved to be a little bit too difficult, and I was asked to open it, and now there are a bunch of crushed candy bars.
Oh.
You had to go Mortal Kombat on that bitch, huh?
Well, the kids gave some good hits, and then all the adults took a turn, and it didn't open. So the kids got another round, and then the adults took another round, and they said, "Okay, well, you have to open it now, Chippy." And I was just like,
Just rip open its head.
All right.
That's where you pull out the sword.
I mean, it probably would have saved a lot of the candy. The Kit Kat bars are now crumble. The Smarties have become like a dust inside the boxes.
Sprinkle the Kit Kats on top of ice cream.
We'll probably have to do that. It's probably going to have to become like toppings at this point. That's
Yeah.
what's left of what's in there.
I sense a lot of blizzards being made in your future.
But right now, Various has stormed out of the room. Leo and Styx have left the room, apparently,
Time out.
leaving.
Very
and
stormed out of the
Freya's-
room.
Yes,
Freya stormed out of the room.
Various stormed out.
So
And right now, Frias, Rose, Flix, and Tibbs are alone in the same room. While Various is out in the hall, Leo and Styx have left, and Amadeus is nowhere in sight.
Also,
Mm.
Freyas did hand out those stones that were given to us.
Stones of Sending, yes.
Yeah, the stones of sanding. Ooh, amnesia.
Mm-hmm. I felt it fit the atmosphere a little bit better.
By the way, Amnesia Rebirth is out.
Yeah,
And it's really good.
it is.
I heard some problems with the story, though, at least.
You know what doesn't have a story, but it's really good for spooky stuff? Phasmophobia.
I've got that.
So
I've got
Funny
that,
s-
and it's so spooky.
So funny story while we're waiting for Natara. My brother was playing that a few nights ago, and apparently his friend Ego had told him, I really wish someone would come right behind you and tap you on the shoulder. 5 minutes later, I walk into the room. He's not paying attention. I tap him on the shoulder, and he jumps like 5 feet.
Nice.
I tried to play it solo, and stepped into this little tiny house, and flicked on a light. Wasn't even in the first 5 minutes, and the light the breaker immediately gets cut, and I hear the hiss in my ear, and I just stand there for a second, turn around, and nope out.
That's when you close the program. Alt F4.
Yeah. Like, you know, this isn't worth losing a few years off my life.
That's what my brother commented on that. Very scared him. It's like, I think I lost a few years off my life. I felt my heart skip a beat. It's like, I didn't mean to. I was just seeing what you were doing. I felt so bad. Hi, James.
No, you didn't.
I honestly did feel bad because I had no idea what he was doing. I thought he saw my shadow or something like that, but no, he had no clue I was there. His friend Ego got a kick out of it, though. Because he predicted that, but yes, currently Rose, Tibbs, Frias, and Flix are currently in the same room.
And nothing has caught on fire yet. Amazing.
Yet, what do you plan to do? You do still hear the storm raging on the outside.
Well, I don't know about you, but I prefer to stay inside rather than get myself splattered around or sent off like that Griffin pilot that we brought here.
Oh,
Hey, Tara's here!
Hello.
So currently, Flix, Tibbs, Frias, and Rose are in the same room. Various has stormed out of the room. Leo and Styx have since left you guys as well. And you can still hear the storm raging outside. What is your plan?
I believe Freyas, well, at least told Rose, that Amadeus and the other two are going to do a pretty much perimeter search, and they'll call us on the rocks if they need us.
Mm-hmm.
A perimeter search of what exactly?
They wouldn't really tell me, but I assume our protection.
I mean, we're in the middle of a big ass storm right now. What are they gonna look for? Cracks in the foundation, drafts.
I imagine
As-
something a little more dangerous.
As you say this, I would like you to make a perception check.
Okay.
All of us?
All of you.
Ooh, fun.
Or just the people in there.
Oh,
Everyone.
and then mine's +5. I keep freaking forgetting about that.
Everyone.
What I'm understanding is someone dared to invoke the universe.
Okay, 22, 20, 18, 13. Which is
Well, the
actually
13's
18.
actually
Yeah,
an 18, yeah.
Mhm.
My bad.
15. Okay, you definitely all hear this. Rose, as you're talking with Freyas, everyone kind of starts to hear this scraping sound. It almost sounds like something is rubbing against stone. It sounds far away, but you hear this. And it seems to be faint at first, but for a few seconds it seems to get closer before going further away.
I don't think that was the griffin.
And I don't think it's any of our business right now.
I'm going to find Various. And she's going to start going around the halls looking for Various and trying to judge off of what she sees from a distance if she should approach casually or not.
Where is Various right now? Has he gone far?
He's just been walking since he left.
Okay.
He's
So
sort
I'd
of
say you've kind of gone down the hall and you've made your way into the main foyer room that you guys originally entered into.
okay.
So Frias, you kind of walk down, probably heading toward the entrance a little bit, and you do spot Various.
He looks frustrated. He's pacing back and forth, and has his egg with him, and is just not looking exactly very happy. Then again, when does he look happy?
How does Belua look?
Belua is growling. And it's this deep, deep sound, like two great big chunks of rock being ground together.
Freya's is just going to stay at a distance, but still be close enough to, if something were to go down, at least notify Various.
Alrighty.
Various, as you kind of get into the foyer room, the main entry kind of doorway is wide open. You won't need to make a roll for this, but as you kind of get a little closer, probably thinking to go outside for a little bit, get some air, you start to smell tar. Almost this musty, earthy smell that seems to be kind of faint right now, but as you get closer to the open door, it gets stronger. This wasn't there before.
He slows down, and his ears pull back as he sort of lifts his nose and sniffs,
Mm-hmm.
and then slowly backs away from the doorway.
Okay. And for you see this.
She's still keeping a distance. She doesn't want to interrupt or scare them, so she's just kind of observing, noticing the weird behavior, but just staying where they are.
And since you're not close enough to the door, since you're a little further away, you don't smell it.
Yeah, I figured.
Can I do a roll for Various really quick? It's just a random for me to decide whether he does something or not.
Okay, go ahead. Interesting. That's a 21.
So he's gonna stay back from the door.
Okay.
For once, his curiosity is not going to get him to do something potentially stupid.
Okay. Now, is he gonna head back up the stairs, or is he gonna go down another hallway?
He may start to head back and probably sees Frias as he turns around.
As you turn around, Various, you do indeed see Frias at the top of the stairs. They're watching you.
He starts to approach.
She'll just give a gentle wave, acknowledging that she's there and she sees them, but she's not going to call out or anything. Still holding the extra stone in her hand.
As he approaches, he lets out a big sigh. Did they send you after me?
No, I came after you myself. Mostly for this reason. She holds out the stone. Amadeus and the two others are going to check the outside, and I told them I'd give these out to everyone just in case they need to call us for help.
He gradually takes it. And is grumbling the whole while.
Would you like to talk about it?
Why should I? It's just...
It's Tibbs, isn't it?
Dungeon Mom. Always tips.
God dang it. She'll just give a nod and be like, well, I'm here if you need me. Just if you need anything just to talk or anything else. Otherwise, would you like me to leave you alone or just stick within the room?
I honestly like some space, but there's something odd.
Odd?
And
So,
usually...
right now, who is currently standing up and who is sitting?
Sitting.
Standing.
Okay.
Standing.
Standing.
Okay.
Lounging.
Everyone who is standing, please roll me a reflex save.
Dex?
Dex.
Oh no.
Rip.
Extra rip.
Yep.
Oh god.
It's just going down from here, boys.
As you say this, Various, you feel a sudden rumble underneath your feet. Frias, you start to feel it too. Rose, you kind of feel something quaking. All before it feels as if the ground beneath you juts and almost kind of like whenever you're in an earthquake and it kind of suddenly happens where it just kind of thrusts everything forward. And you, all three of you, fall to the ground. Almost as if the entire island just got jostled suddenly. And you hear this loud crashing sound.
What was that? Oh, the egg! And Various very quickly pulls the egg off his back, checking it.
The
It's
baby.
fine. The egg's
The
fine.
baby!
The baby.
In fact, as you kind of run your paws over it, you realize that the egg itself has a very rock-solid shell. Almost it feels like it's stone. But the egg's fine. And even the people who were sitting definitely felt that, but they aren't knocked down because they were not standing. But several teacups have been thrown around, several books have been collapsed to the ground. You can see, especially in the foyer area, a lot of bookshelves have been knocked over now.
What was that weird thing you were mentioning about? She's going to use the railing to help herself up and then offer a hand.
He takes her hand, and Bellowa is also over, starting to help, and looks like it's on alert. And he shakes his head. there was a smell. It smelled like burning tar. What was that? Can these islands fall?
So how do the sending stones or whatever they are work?
Think of it as the spell sending. You can utilize the magic inside of it to send a message to another stone. Usually it's the stone that it's already connected to. In your case, all the stones that Amadeus gave you are all linked to his personal sending stone. Think of it like a walkie-talkie.
That was basically what I
However,
was.
yeah,
Oh.
however, people with the same sending stone and the same network can still heal each other, so. But that's
She'll
only if they're
say,
utilizing the stones.
yeah, she'll be like, well, I'll find out in a second, go to use the stone and be like,
Mhm.
Amadeus, did you feel that? What's going on?
You don't hear a response. You only hear static.
Oh, like a real walkie-talkie.
All you hear is static.
One more time. Hello, Amadeus?
Just static.
This is, You know what? We're a very good party of three right now. You stay back, and I'll look out the doorway just just to see if I could see anything. Okay?
Bella will go with you.
It would be appreciated. So she's going to make her way down the stairs, and
And as you approach the open doorway, you begin to smell the exact same smell, the scent of tar, of kind of a muddy, musky earth smell that's getting more pungent as you get closer to going out of the manor.
she's going to stop right on the barrier of the door, unsure if there's like magic or something that will
And
change.
looking out, you see a different scene compared to how it was before. You can see the wind is whipping around the cave. In the large opening that you could see to the outside, you occasionally see bright streaks of almost colorless lightning. But you can also see rain pouring in from the opening, and it looks black.
Wait, the rain is black?
The rain is black. Almost, as you're looking out, you remember this cavern being a bit more green and kind of vibrant, but it almost feels like as the storm rages on, the color is being drained.
She is going to take Bellua's hand, start running, or not running, but fast walking back in, and instantly goes to Various and is like, we should get back to the others right now.
Is it?
I do not know what it is. It does not look friendly. We need to regroup.
Maybe Bellua can take a look and stick his head out there.
Okay. We can at least try. She will walk back out, but this time she'll be a little further away from the door, and she'll observe Bellua walking out.
Okay, so Bellua's gonna sort of ease forward and poke their head out.
How far does Bellua go out?
Most of their body is still underneath the edge of the cavern, but they're poking their head out, and obviously that means probably a little bit of their torso.
And that thing seems to happen immediately. Can Bellua feel temperatures?
I believe so.
If you guys would, if he kind of sits there and kind of briefly recalls that the air had originally been kind of cool and kind of breezy. However, this almost feels like as if all heat and all cold had been sucked out of the air. It almost feels stagnant, yet it's still moving.
Oh. Okay. So that's what Bellua was reporting?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Bellua's gonna. Does Bellua see anything?
No, he still sees the same exact view, as if the once vibrant green cavern is just being drained of color.
Well, he stuck his head out.
Considering the fact that this is a massive cavern, getting close to the actual cave entrance, you would have to go much, much further out.
Okay, so. Alrighty, so Bellua's gonna come back and probably reports that silently.
Okay.
So Belly was just going back to Varys
Mm-hmm.
and
And
Freya. Sorry.
Various is just going to look confused, but nods to Frias. I think you're right. Let's get back to the others. Something's very wrong here.
We make our way back.
Okay. You guys start to head back through the foyer, up the stairways and up through the hall, and you do. It takes you probably about a couple minutes, and you make it back to the room where Rose, Flix, and Tibbs are currently sitting and chatting.
Alright, well, never mind, they're still alive.
Do you all feel that? The ground shake, all that.
Yes, we did.
Perilous danger?
I have a better question. Did anyone hear anything through their stones?
Haven't fired mine up yet.
How do you use these things anyhow? This just communication devices. Do you press a button?
The brain. Just hold it tight, hold it close to your head, and speak whatever you want.
Ah, okay. Tiberius is going to take the stone as close to his mouth as he can and start yelling into it. What's going on out there?
As you do that, Tibbs, you actually get a reverb of your own voice, followed by static right back into your ear. Almost like if you try to scream into a microphone, it goes the kind of thing.
Rose, what you just told me to do was a very bad set of advice.
No, that was quite your own fault.
Eh? I can't hear you quite well. Speak up.
Oh, I guess your ears are a little small then.
What? I'm sorry, the reverb has gotten my ears to be quite difficult to hear. What was that, Varys?
He's just smirking.
Yeah, your ears are definitely ringing now, Tibbs. Just got that constant.
Anyways, besides something sounding like the earth cracking under our feet, did anyone else see or hear anything? Like, where were the three of you at?
Oh, we were in the front area, and well, I found out that the rain is weirdly black. Various found out it smells of burning tar, and Belua said it's like there's no air, but still air.
Hmm.
As you guys are talking, can you all roll me a perception, please? Okay, 12,
+5.
Okay.
Just set up.
There
What?
it is!
Hey, what?
That's all
I
it's
can't
gonna be.
see. I can't see because my ears are bad.
No, this is actually heard, so this
Oh,
is actually
okay.
bidding.
That makes sense.
Okay. Flix, you don't really notice anything. You're kind of more occupied with the fact that Tibbs seems to be yelling a lot. Same with you, Various. In fact, you're actually reveling in the fact that he seems to have made himself potentially temporarily deaf for a short time. Rose and Frias, as you're kind of watching this, you start hearing what sounds to be. It's no longer a scraping sound, but it's almost as if there's something moving next to you, as if it's on the other side of the wall itself. It's just a shh, shh, something moving. And it's not something small. It's not like something that's kind of a smallish size. It sounds like it's just moving and pressing its body against the entire length of the other side of the wall from the room you're currently in. And judging from the layout of this place, that wall is pretty much the outside portion of the island.
Freya's is going to cast a spell on herself. Wait, how long does this last? Oh, only a minute. Never mind. Not going to cast it yet.
Okay.
Rose is going to gesture towards the wall that sound's coming from and is going to motion for them to move away from it. And they will start to step away as well.
If Tiberius doesn't instantly start moving, Dungeon Mom will cover his mouth, pick him up, and start bringing him with the rest of the group.
Well,
Anyone else get that?
We may need to go out and help Amadeus with whatever they're doing.
Yeah. That is assuming, of course, that they're still around. If there's other things creeping around out there by now.
God damn it, Flix.
The shuffling sound seems to continue for a few moments longer. It seems to get a little louder and stops before it seems to once again begin to move away before eventually fading.
I'm going to take my setting stone and I'm going to try to heal over to Amadeus and Leo and Styx. Are any of you there? Respond.
For a brief moment, you can almost hear someone trying to talk through it, but it's covered in static.
The storm must be magical.
Do you think?
Well, we're all gonna have fun with our magic again. We should probably try heading outside looking for... Well, hopefully not whatever was on the other side of that wall.
And from the sound, Frias, especially since you have a +5 on your perception, it was big. Big. It wasn't something small, like the size of a horse or something. This thing was big.
Yay, 19 passive perception.
Mm-hmm.
That is a very good point.
Is that Is that the only exit out there we know?
Because
if Amadeus said that they were going to check out the perimeter, then maybe there's other lookout spots or access points.
As you guys are whispering, you suddenly hear what sounds to be something breaking. You hear, it seems to start as a crackle in the air, before you just hear this shattering sound of glass breaking, and suddenly the storm itself seems to be a lot closer.
Does the breaking sound like it's coming from inside or outside, though?
Outside.
Whatever it is, it's trying to get in. Either we set something up in here, or we go out and meet it.
Tibbs, by now your ears have stopped ringing. They stopped ringing shortly before the sound of breaking glass.
Who dropped that?
Well, if you're trying not to yell anymore, Phrase will release her hand on you.
Can you put me down, please?
Sets him down.
Thank you. What are we doing here?
There's something very large outside, and we didn't want to make noise.
Well, it's either going to get in here or we're going to go out there, and I don't want to get wet, so let it come in here so we can deal with it, alright?
Well, that's a vote, technically.
I agree with Burroughs on this. It's time for us to face it head on. Make it come to us. We can set up all kinds of different little traps in here quickly if any of you have the brain for it.
Of course, that's alright. So if we're gonna go outside and face it, then what's gonna be our glorious plan that we don't get swept off our feet the moment we step out?
We're not going outside. It's coming into us. We can set up all kinds of barricades to slow it down. Unless it's some kind of monster made of wind or something. Wait.
Well, what about Amadeus and the others? They're clearly outside.
They'll be fine. They obviously are better equipped for this than we are. What, you didn't think of that? You didn't think that perhaps they have more powerful magics at their disposal? He's got books, lines of books, obviously spells and other things that are here. Don't worry about him, worry about our survival.
We could
That
just be
one
cornered.
said-
Oh, sorry.
Go Various.
Go ahead, Darius.
That one said that they didn't have any magic. I don't know about the other two.
Wow, they wouldn't have made it this far if they didn't have magic, so I'm not inclined to believe him. Various, you've lived with our people. You know that every second word is a lie, right? It is somewhere in whatever fluff between your ears is going on in there, right? You know this.
Bella was gonna lightly bop Tibbs if possible.
Yeah.
What?
Just boop.
Hey. You are new, so I'd expect you not to know. Right, Junior?
The storm does seem to be growing louder. In fact, the same smell, Frius and Various, that you experienced out in the foyer, you're starting to smell it even in here.
I think we're running out of time.
If they can survive out there, we can. Otherwise, I'll become a bear, I'll be an anchor, and Belliwa can be the other anchor.
Well, I mean, either way, things are gonna get interesting, so...
Here, I'll set up an illusion. We can open the door. To them, the door will seem as though it's still closed, but we'll be able to see outside and see what it is. That'll give us at least an idea of what we're dealing with. Does that sound like a good plan? Does that help everyone?
The front door's been open, dear.
Yeah, it's been open.
Oh,
We looked outside. We didn't see it. We have to
Well,
go all the way out.
fine. Tiberius is going to start marching out with a grumbling attitude.
Okay. And once again, you start to feel rumbling underneath your feet, but this time the island doesn't jolt, but you definitely feel as if the ground itself shakes a little bit.
On second inclination, the fact that this storm could very well, of course, bring all of these lovely volumes right on top of our heads, then maybe the outside would be a little more prudent.
As Tibbs walking out, suddenly there's Bear following him.
Where do you plan to head from here? And are you going to drag Flix with you? Because he's currently hiding underneath pillows.
I'm going to drag Flix by the boot.
No, my boot!
There's a roast in my boot.
Flix is going to proceed to ugly cry as he's dragged away.
Oh,
He can't dig his nails into the ground because then it would ruin his nails.
so I'm guessing we're all headed towards the entrance.
Is that out into the foyer?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. So you guys kind of head into the foyer. Do you just drag Flix down the stairs?
I need
Or is
to-
Flix gonna get up and move?
But what's Flix doing?
That is a good question. What's Flix
Oh,
doing?
Flix is being dragged. He wants nothing to do with any of this. This is not what he signed up for.
I'm gonna need to make a roll then.
Okay.
Pick him up and carry him down the stairs, or just throw
It's like,
him down the stairs.
Kerthunk, 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 kerthunk.
Oh, my makeup!
And as everyone's moving into the foyer, the smell of burning tar is almost heavy at this point.
Rose, is that you? Just come clean. If that's you, we understand. We're your friends. It's fine.
And clean burning, alright?
Flix proceeds
It's
to
not
throw
me.
up everywhere.
Oh, good. Flix is being sick.
And yeah, it's a disgusting smell.
Plug your nose. Let's continue moving.
Okay. And you gonna head out of the manor?
All Tibbs is, unless someone's going to stop his stupid ass.
Nope, Freya's is right behind, ready to try snatching.
I think we're all in this together.
Okay. So you guys head out of the manor into the main cavern area. You see the exact same view that Varius and Frius had seen previously. It's almost as if the once vibrant green cavern is being sucked dry of all of its color. Occasionally, a lightning strike will echo in the mouth of the giant cave itself that sort of leads out into the rest of the open air. You see nothing but darkness, aside from the few brief flashes of almost colorless lightning. There's a black rain pouring in from the cave mouth itself. The air itself isn't cold, it's not warm, but you can still feel it moving, but at the same time it feels neutral against anything it touches. It's almost draining. But oddly enough, the wind in here is not very strong. What do you do?
Well, this is a stark contrast.
Various will keep walking.
And the manor is kind of perched on a cliff overlooking the entire cavern, which is what you see here.
Are there any signs of those black digital glitches?
No, none of them. However, Tibbs, considering your eyes, as you're kind of walking at the front of the pack, you look out to the mouth of the cave, and something catches your eye, something moving against the blackness, but it seems to vanish all the same.
There's something out here. I mean, obviously there's something out here, but there's something actually out here.
Various is going to step up as well a little bit and keep their eyes open.
Mm-hmm.
Your muddy brown eyes aren't going to see a thing.
Mm-hmm. And even as you squint, you can't quite see anything. Even you, Frius, with your incredible vision, you try squinting to see what Tibbs had seen. You can't quite make it out against the blackness outside. However, as a lightning flashes, you do momentarily see something moving outside of there. You all see it.
Is it big?
It's big.
I, for one, think we should return to the safety of the inside.
Okay.
Various is going to back up and for once probably agree.
Okay, so we are going to stop right here real quick because I need to take a break for dinner. Because something's about to happen. So, take a quick break. I gotta go eat real quick. So, DM AFK for about 10-15 minutes.
Don't forget to breathe.
I'll try.